probably remember my series on manifestation. And in this series, I showed you how to use specific meditation techniques and some numerical sequences in order to help you manifest the reality you desire. I've had a lot of feedback on those videos. Many of my viewers telling me that they've applied those techniques every day and they were able to obtain the job they wanted. I had somebody tell me, I finally obtained this job. I finally have the financial security that I needed in order to go into my next step in life. So I'm really happy that that's happened. I've also spoken to individuals who may have not have as much luck. And I had a one-on-one. I do consultations as well. And what has transpired is that, yes, they were using the correct techniques, but perhaps during the meditations, they weren't really focused on the task ahead. So today we're going to go back to the basics. I'm going to teach you a very simple technique that I learned when I was 14. And for me, this technique was foundational. It helped me actually achieve the ability of visualizing very effectively. And that's what's needed in order to manifest. That's what's needed also in spell work. And a lot of it is not mentioned in the books you may find, where you're told all of the ingredients to put together, what you say, but you're not told what your mental state should be when you do this kind of work. For this very simple technique, you're going to obtain the following. You're going to have one white candle, one oil of your choice, a small piece of paper, a pen, and a container because we want to burn the piece of paper and we want to do this safely. The way I got to choose my oil is very interesting. So I go to a local store here in Denver called Herbs and Arts, and that's where I get my oils and candles and different supplies. My oil is called Welcome Home because I use this oil for soul retrieval. So soul retrieval is necessary when you feel your energy has been depleted by your interactions with your everyday life. There are individuals outside who like to take energy from you. They utilize it for their advantage. So when that happens, essentially, it's as if you're leaving a piece of your soul behind. Over time, you get depleted. So I use the spell work to call back all of those pieces that may be missing, all of these pieces that I lost involuntarily, unwillingly, and many times that may have been taken from me. This oil is also really helpful for any other manifestation techniques because it allows me to call my power within myself. Write your desire on a piece of paper. You need to be as specific as possible. You cannot just write, I see myself in my abundant life, in my abundant reality. That's a very general statement. So if your abundance has to do with savings, you're going to say, I have $10,000 in my bank account by the end of the year. I have $100,000 in my bank account by the end of the year. I don't want you to believe that you have to limit yourself, but in a way you have to, because if you make your goal too big, you're not going to believe that that's achievable, and that self-doubt essentially gets in the way of manifesting. Remember, your mental state when it comes to manifestation is the most important thing. Your instruments that you're using, your techniques are not as important as maintaining that mental state that allows you to manifest things in and bring in the reality that you want. So make sure the goal is tangible for your current situation. You can always repeat this technique with your new upgraded goal once you're comfortable in your new reality. So you can do this gradually rather than expecting really big results really fast. I want to fold the piece of paper towards myself because I'm calling the desire in. Before I burn it though, I'm going to dress my candle with my oil of choice. My oil, I always dress it from the top to the middle and then from the bottom to the middle. This dressing technique is based on the principle as above, so below. What as above, so below means is that the laws that rule the macrocosm That would be the universe around you, the galaxies, the stars, are the same laws that govern what happens in your microcosm, which would be the minuscule reality of cell life. You can go even below that, atomic life, quantum life. Similarly, what this shows is that what happens in this reality and in this dimension is reflected in the dimensions above us and in the dimensions below us. You establish a continuum, and this continuum allows you to bring your reality in. So after I dress my candle, I'm going to light it. I'm going to grab my folded desire, burn it, put it in the container so that it can burn safely, because I assume a lot of you will try this within your household, and that could potentially be a hazard. So I would like for you to do this safely. After you do that, you're going to stare at the flame. If you feel comfortable enough that your emotional state and your mental state can support it, you can just observe the candle and focus on your breathing. You don't have to do anything else. You already wrote the desire that's already going up to the sky above when the first half of the candle burns, and then when the second half of the candle burns, that desire comes back here on earth to manifest, to bring in the reality you wanted. So ideally, if you're more of an expert practitioner, what you want to do is just focus on the flame, focus on your own breathing, and be present. Be here in this moment. That's how you manifest things. If you don't feel able of doing that, you can always observe the flame and for now focus on your desired goal. You can see yourself as part of the new reality that you're bringing in. So let's say your original goal was to have more savings in your bank account. Imagine your bank account with those numbers in. Imagine the kind of lifestyle that comes with that. And don't forget, if your goal is abundance, you won't be able to attract abundance if your goals are exclusively materialistic. You want your goals to be altruistic. Abundance is best when it's shared with others. Money likes to flow. Money doesn't like to sit in one place. So for instance, if you have a saving account, that's good. Money is sitting. However, you want to have something where there is money movement. So ideally, you want to put it in a CD, or you want to place this money in something with an APY above 3%, 4%. What will happen is that the money grows over time, so that money is constantly moving. Also, money is better shared with others. So if you have a family member you care about, share with them. Let me know after you try this technique how that works for you. I do consultations as well. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. A lot of you watch my videos but are not subscribed. And let me know how this goes.